Shivam Dube, you little beauty, along with AB de Villiers, he's absolutely smashed Mumbai around. James Pattinson, Jasprit Bumrah, whoever's coming into bowl, they've been taken to the cleaners. It's been absolute carnage in the last few overs. AB de Villiers, how do you do it day in, day out, seasons after seasons, day after day? He always delivers. He's not human. I don't think so.
लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, पिटाई इस तरीके से हो रही है, ऐसा लग ही नहीं रहा कि मैच दुबई के अंदर हो रहा है. मैच ऐसा लग रहा है कि शारजाह में हो रहा है. 194 रन पड़ चुके हैं, अभी भी 2 बॉलें बची है. ऐसी पिटाई, और वो भी तब है जब कोहली ने आज फायर नहीं करा है.
Let me welcome you guys to SportsTiger presents Mid-Wicket, Mid-Innings Live with Yuvraj and Vedant. It's been absolutely fabulous to watch. Shivam Dube has finally done what he's in the team for. He's hit those big sixes. He's been picked for this, for absolute carnage, and a couple of sixes we've seen from him. This is what he's capable of, and this is what he's done. You bowl in his slot, he'll hit you all day long. That's the kind of batsman he is. Last 4.5 overs, 72 runs. That's exactly what Bangalore needed going into the end of this innings, and that's what Shivam Dube and AB de Villiers have done. Or has he hit another one out of the ground? You bet he has. Another one.
What an innings, and what a display of clear hitting. 201 on board in 20 overs. What a fine inning this has been from Shivam Dube. We expect something of this sort from AB de Villiers, but how this guy has been able to step up, this has been one to watch. Just see Rohit Sharma's face. He is disappointed because he knows that this is too much on Dubai wicket. AB de Villiers, ABCD, whatever you may call him, he is not a human.
It's absolutely brilliant. Now Virat Kohli won't be that much disappointed because of the score they've put on the board. 201, that psychological advantage you've got now after getting to that 200 mark, especially on this wicket, when one side is almost 80, 84 meters, other side is 68 meters. What Bangalore need to do well is they need to utilize that boundary to their advantage, as Mumbai has done. But it's been fabulous hitting. Devdutt, Padikkal started really well, started slow actually, then caught on, and it was just brilliant. Everyone in this side can hit sixes at will, and it's brilliant to watch. If Kohli doesn't get you, De Villiers will. De Villiers doesn't get you, Padikkal will. Padikkal doesn't get you, Shivam Dube will. What a batting lineup.
I was actually about to come to that because Kohli hasn't been able to fire in the tournament yet, and it has been one to watch because Padikkal is performing, Aaron Finch is doing, AB de Villiers is doing what he's known for, and Shivam Dube, every game he's playing, he's performing. First game with the ball, second game with the bat, again with the bat. He is looking in great touch out there, and it's a very, very good sign for Bangalore. Let me tell you, 201 on this wicket is equal to 230 or 235 of Sharjah. And there seems to be a bowling change in Bangalore side as well. So you might expect a little change if they are able to restrict or pick 1 or 2 wickets in the power play. They can definitely put a side like Mumbai under pressure.
I think today Rohit Sharma needs to play a big role. Apart from that, Hardik Pandya has to be the one who has to come in and play that sort of a role that AB de Villiers did. He needs to replicate that for Mumbai, but it's been absolutely fabulous. James Pattinson been taken to the cleaners. 51 runs conceded. A poor show for him, and he might be a little sad after this performance. Of course, 4 overs 51. But apart from that, the bowling card looks good. It's been brilliant to watch the way they've hit the ball, the way they've cleared the boundary. That's what you needed at this wicket in this ground at Dubai. You needed players like AB de Villiers, Shivam Dube, who you've picked in your side to clear the boundary at will, and that's exactly what they've done. What a performance!
And how good has been Padikkal? Because last 3 games, he's just played 3 games in the Indian T20 League. First game a 50, second match he did not fire, and third game again Virat Kohli went with him and he showed his class once again. 250s in 3 matches from a player who is just 20. It is some performance, Yuvraj, and playing with Australian captain Aaron Finch and making Aaron Finch realize that you need to bat like this on this wicket. It has been some performance.
It has been some performance from Devdutt Padikkal, and he's in for the long haul. I think he's now knocking on the doors of the national team, of course, after his beautiful performances in the domestic season. Now showing his absolute class in this tournament as well. He looks good. He looks a really bright prospect for the future. I think as we see more of him, he'll develop more of his game. He'll develop more strength in his body, and he's still clearing the boundary really well. He has that still head that you require for big hitting, and that will take him a long way in his career. And he just looks brilliant. Everyone contributed today. Everyone chipped in. Aaron Finch, Devdutt Padikkal, Virat Kohli did not, of course. AB de Villiers, Shivam Dube, a complete batting performance from Bangalore, I must say.
Let's talk about one point because today Adam Zampa is playing. Now, if I see Mumbai's bowling order, we find that there was Rahul Chahar, there was Krunal Pandya. They were not able to fire. They were not able to keep Bangalore's batsmen on the lower end of it. But what will happen when Adam Zampa goes out there and bowls? Can we expect a similar show to how Krunal Pandya or Rahul Chahar have been treated, or he can probably utilize the conditions in a better way?
I think Rahul Chahar bowled really well. The way he contained Virat Kohli and then took his wicket, really just built that wicket. He
First
spun up.
overs for Rahul Chahar weren't good.
Yeah, first 2 overs he was taken to the boundary by Aaron Finch on a number of occasions. But I think he made a really good comeback. He used that long boundary to really good effect, and he's looking good. To be honest, Rahul Chahar is looking really good. For the first time, I've seen someone bowl that diagonal run up, a leg spinner. I've never seen that, so he's utilizing that to good effect also. Krunal Pandya seems to be struggling a bit. I think you have some news with us. The
Yes,
way you're smiling.
I definitely have some news, and that news is not good for Mumbai fans. The news is coming that Mumbai has never chased 200 plus in Indian T20 league's history. Highest ever they have chased is 199. That too came in 2017 against Punjab. So if they are able to chase this one, they will not only script the history, they will also be able to do something they have never done.
Yes, yes. I think this might just be the season for Mumbai where they're doing everything they've not done before. They won their first match in UAE. Now they might chase this down, they might not, but it'll be a good innings to watch, of course. A lot riding on Rohit Sharma. I think he needs to bat through the innings, and he needs to bat at a good strike rate also. He needs to keep the scoreboard ticking. He can't just hang in there. So I think he'll be a very, very vital player in Mumbai's batting lineup. Interesting chase, really interesting chase. How they pace their innings. Do they go from the onset or do they wait a little?
Let's move to our next segment, and that is best tweets of first innings. First one is coming from Anirudh Guru Dutt. He says, Krunal Pandya, I'm sorry. He's not pulling his weight. He's a man with limited ability. He needs to be replaced. OMG, that's a big, big statement coming up.
He just wants to replace him, get him out of the squad. Please offer us a replacement as well if you're telling us that he should be replaced. But I think to a certain extent he's going in the right direction because Krunal Pandya seems to be struggling. He doesn't look in the best of touches. I think on these grounds he should be effective because they're such big grounds. Again, what I said in the last game, he bowls at pace. That's what's working against him on this pitch. When Rahul Chahar used those slower pace, when he started bowling slow, automatically the runs dried up. We saw an effective use of the slower ball from the pacers as well. He's got pace on the ball. Bat is coming beautifully onto the bat. He needs to do something different.
Yeah, I think Anirudh, you are right, and there are some strategies which Krunal Pandya definitely needs to change. Let's see if he's able to do. The second one is from RR Suresh, and he's saying, looking at RCB team today, they have made so many changes because they got hit at the death. Looking at this team, wondering who will bowl at death, even if 50 is required of last 3 overs with wickets in hand, it would be an advantage for Mumbai.
I think he gets this spot on. But since we have not seen much of Isuru Udana in this tournament, we can't make this sweeping statement that they will struggle in the death. But to a certain extent, again, he's right. The viewers are making fantastic observations, I think, in this tournament. So, what he's trying to say is that they haven't even got one death bowler who can contain the runs in the slog overs. And the existing bowlers like Navdeep Saini, they need to do the job. I think Chahal will have to bowl today in the death because I haven't seen Adam Zampa do that job. Chahal will have to bowl at least one over in those crucial slog overs.
Yuvraj, have you ever played pick odd one out, or
Yeah,
or
of course.
or have you played that you need to answer the question in one word?
Both of these I've played, of course.
What is Virat Kohli's jersey number?
18.
And that's the amount of runs Virat Kohli has been able to score in 2020 season thus far. I
That's
think he needs to see as what best can be done because he leads the side from front and a lot of questions are coming. Let's see the scorecard as well of Bangalore. Jokes apart, 201 is what Bangalore has been able to manage in their quota of 20 overs. What a start from Devdutt, Padikkal, and of course Aaron Finch. 54 from Padikkal. Aaron Finch managed 52, a very, very good sign. His 14th IPL 50, 52 of 35 deliveries, 7 boundaries and a 6. He will be happy from his performance. Virat Kohli could not contribute from the back. Just 3 of 11 deliveries. AB de Villiers, 55. What a man he is. I don't know whether he's a human or not. 55 of 24 deliveries, 4 boundaries and 4 sixes. Shivam Dube, finally you are able to do what you are meant to do. 227, 270 strike rate, 10 deliveries, 3 massive sixes, and a boundary. 201 is what Bangalore has been able to manage. Trent Bolt, the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 2 for 34. And the other bowler who was able to pick one big wicket, that is, of course, of Virat Kohli, is, of course, Rahul Chahar. 1 for 31 for him in his quota of 4 overs.
Really, really good first innings from Bangalore. I'm a little happy for Shivam Dube. He's now finally delivered. He has looked out of sorts while batting because he's that sort of a player. He has a really big, high backlift that sometimes works against him because he doesn't get his bat down in time. But at this occasion, it worked for him because he was able to hit those huge sixes. And 27 of 10 is a really Herculean effort on this pitch with the size of the boundary. So really happy for Shivam Dube. He needs to continue this form. He needs to carry on in the next few matches because this is his role in the team. And if you fulfill that role, I think that's when you are fully in the team, you are fully in the playing 11.
Just 2 minutes to the game, and we will be seeing the second innings. What do you feel? Can they chase it?
It's honestly looking really tough at the moment because Zahir Khan, while giving an interview, he mentioned that the pitch will get better in the second innings to bat for. That's why they chose to bowl. But I think still 201 on the board, it's going to be a struggle for, according to me, I think. And it's warm also, really warm. To chase that in the second innings, it might prove to be a little tough going for Bangalore.
But even then, I think they need to bowl well. Virat Kohli looks a little confident. The final hurdle, I think he will be talking to his boys that we need to step up today and we need to defend it because batsmen were able to do what they asked. Now it's time for the bowlers. If somebody else except for Yuzvendra Chahal is able to step up today, let me tell you something, Yuvraj, they will be able to do some cracker of a show. Let's see what happens. Just 2 minutes to the game. I think it will be Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma who will be starting. What do you feel?
Uh, Adam Zampa, I think eyes on him today. Hasn't played much. We haven't seen much of him in this tournament. We've seen a lot of him elsewhere. But I think he has a really crucial role to play. And if Chahal and Zampa develop a really great partnership with the ball in hand, it's going to be, I think, really tough for Mumbai, and they might not come out on top today. A lot is riding on the other bowlers, except Chahal, because again, Chahal can't deliver for you always. If he does, all well and good, but if he doesn't, they're Indian bowlers. A lot is riding on them also. They also need to deliver. Udana is in today. We'll see him ply his trade today. He's also death specialist, as we've seen. So we haven't seen much of him, but I think Isuru Dana also has a big role to play.
Well, very, very good point made by you. For Mumbai, it's about scripting history. For Bangalore, it's all about how Udana and Adam Zampa are able to perform. If they are able to give support to Yuzvendra Chahal, who we are expecting will do well in this game, then Bangalore can definitely register their second win in Indian T20 League 2020 edition. Let's see what happens. We will be joining you guys in the post show. I hope you guys enjoyed the mid innings, and if you did, keep watching Sports Tiger and continue to support us. Thank you so much, everyone.